Good morning, everyone. This is Mike, the WanderingTook. As you can see, I'm trying something a little bit different today. The Galaxy's Most Wanted just dropped, and I've decided, hey, why don't I give this a face check on air with the pre-built deck? Sure. So, face checking, in case you don't know, is when you run up against a scenario and you have no idea what it's going to throw at you. So not only am I face checking the scenario, but I'm also face checking the deck because I do not know what Rocket Raccoon has in store for me. This just dropped. I just finished reading the rules. And Critical Encounters has decided to put together a YouTube channel with some casual play videos. So I thought, hey, why not just start things off right with some videos? And we're trying something new. We're not on the usual digital platforms because I'm playing solo. I get a chance to break out the physical cards. So here we go. This is the first scenario from the Galaxy's Most Wanted. We are going up against the Badoon. I have no intention of doing a full campaign with this. This is just see how the deck plays, see how the scenario plays. So I will be playing this as if it was a campaign, just to see what it's like. But don't be surprised if I don't end up finishing with this character, because likely I will want to change the deck, change how I do things, just explore deck building a little bit. All right, scenario 1, Brotherhood of the Badoon. We are up against Mr. Drang here. Who's our villain? I'm going against the standard, not expert this time because I don't know anything about the setup. Drang has one scheme to attack Badoon traded forced response. After Drang schemes, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. So we have this Badoon ship environment in play, aerial and vehicle, of course. Charge up, special. Place one barrage counter here. Then, if there are 4 more barrage counters here, deal 2 indirect damage to each player and remove all barrage counters from here. Interesting. On the flip side, we are flying the Milano, which is permanent setup, again, aerial and vehicle. The first player controls the Milano. Piloting resource. Exhaust the Milano to generate a wild resource for any player. That is fascinating in solo. I find solo to be a little trickier, so that's a really nice boost that they're giving you here. Because we're playing campaign mode, we are also beginning with Badoon Blitz in play. This is a side scheme. It starts with 2 threat and has the hinder keyword, which is a short form of saying add X threat counters when this is revealed. So hinder 3 threat per player, plus the 2 that it starts with for 5. It has victory 1. When defeated, add this card to the victory display. Not something we've seen in other FFG games. It's an out-of-play area that's used either for score or other benefits, and Arkham they use it for experience. In this one, I believe they use it to get credits, and that allows you to upgrade your deck with some awesome campaign-specific cards in between scenarios. When defeated, each player may draw 1 card. Wonderful. All right, I'm playing Rocket Raccoon, so far the only character who has the same name on both the front and back sides. So he's got his alter ego form and his hero form. So that's how his cards notify you which side you have to be on. They don't go by name like Iron Man does, for example. Rocket Raccoon, in his alter ego form, he's a tinkerer. Choose and discard a tech upgrade you control to draw 2 cards. Limit once per round. 3 recovery. Standard hit hand size of 6. Hit points of 9 because he's a raccoon. And in his hero form, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. Response. Murdered you. Yeah. After you deal excess damage to an enemy, draw 1 card. Hand size of 5. Interesting. So this pre-built deck comes with the aggression aspect, which right off the bat, great, I'll have a lot of combat, but I'm going to be worried about my thwart right off the bat. So when I do my mulligan, I'm going to gun for some of those upgrades that give me extra thwarting, just so I have them. Okay, scenario card 1A, Terrestrial Invasion. we are playing with Brotherhood of Badoon ship command, which contains these two ships here, as well as a few encounter cards that key off those cards. And one modular set, and they recommend the Band of Badoon, which is entirely minions. It's going to be great. Put the Milano and the Badoon ship into play. Yes. Okay. Terrestrial Invasion. We have a threat threshold of 8. It starts with 2 per player. Goes up by 2 per player each round, hey? That's more than we're used to seeing. Good thing there's 2 of them in here. Forced response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. First player action, you can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme. Okay, that's a lovely little decision that we have to make every turn. Do we keep the Milano for resources, or do we remove threat? All right, this will be grand. All right, let's start with the opening hand. 6 cards here. Strength is nice. Into the Fray, which basically says if you overkill a minion, excess damage you can remove as move threat from the scheme. Bug, when he makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from Bug. Okay, well, he's a nice cheap ally. Hand Cannon, okay, this is one of his tech upgrades. Well, I guess this is not his specifically, it's aggression. But he keys off tech upgrades. 3 charges. When you make a basic attack, exhaust the hand cannon, remove a charge, and you get +2 attack, and it gains overkill. All right. Thruster Boots. While in hero form, Rocket Raccoon gains +1 thwart and gains the aerial trait. Awesome. I don't even have to look for that card. And chase them down. After you defeat a minion, remove threat from a scheme. Well, there is no minion in play. What am I going to keep? What am I not going to keep? So the hand cannon is amazing. The thruster boots I have to keep because, like I said, I don't have a whole lot in this deck dedicated to removing threat. That I do is limited. For example, Into the Fray only removes threat from the main scheme. So anything that helps my thwarting, I'm going to keep. So thruster boots I'm keeping. I will actually want to keep the hand cannon just so I could discard it to rocket to grab extra cards because that sounds fun. So I'm going to keep strength because it's awesome. Get rid of Bug, Into the Fray, and chase them down. For my mulligan, we have Follow Through, Genius, and Looking for Trouble. Okay, interesting. So Follow Through, when you would deal any amount of excess damage, increase that amount by 1. Interesting. So obviously only useful if you have things that key off of doing stuff with that excess damage. I've got a lot of resources on me. And Looking for Trouble, discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion, put it engaged with you, and then remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Again, main scheme, right? Okay, this is great. I think this is a reasonable setup, and I'm immediately... Oh, this is the choice, right? This is the choice. I got to get rid of the hand cannon if I want to use his Tinkerer ability. I mean, why not, right? I could also just, put out his gun, start looking for trouble, and go nuts. So I just want to go nuts. I think you guys probably want to go nuts too, right? Okay, so if I can pretty much pay for everything this way. So if I Genius Follow Through, I can use Strength to pay for a hand cannon, which gets 3 charge counters. By the way, it was clarified in the rule book that when a tech item runs out of charge counters, it doesn't get removed from the game. That is apparently specific to the cards that have the uses keyword on them. And that's useful because he has battery packs in his set that help him recharge his guns. Okay, I can use my Milano to bring out my thruster boots, so at least I get some extra thwarting power. I'm going to flip. I don't know how much this is going to really help me. It's dealing excess damage. I'm going to look for trouble because why not? That sounds fun. This is a thwarting event. Discard cards from the top of the deck until you discard a minion. Oh, caught off guard. Glad that one's gone. Curses on Half-World. Glad that one's gone. Yep. Okay, a Badoon Grunt. Let's put him here. Forced response. After Badoon Grunt engages you, if there are no other minions engaged with you, deal yourself a face-down encounter card. All right. Seems like this is going to be one of those enemies that do things when they engage you type encounter sets. The Grunt has 2 scheme, 2 attack, 2 hit points. So really just a wonderful, wonderful Grunt. Its boost effect is put it into play engage with you. That's great. That's great, because then its forced effect is always, you're always in danger of having it go off. All right, well, we might as well get started here. Let's see, I get Overkill and a hand cannon, so I'm going to exhaust hand cannon, remove a charge. And that's when I make a basic attack, so I have to use this. So that's 1, 2, 3, follow through, makes that 4, which means I kill the Badoon Grunt, and I overkill. Drang is now down to 11 hit points. Not a bad first turn. Okay, well, let's see what's in store. We have a particle cannon, a booster boots, a pistol, Groot, and reload. So apparently I didn't have to worry about losing my only tech because I've got tech coming out the wazoo. All right. Oh yeah, this is supposed to go away. Okay, we get 2 threat added to the scheme. Forced response, we activate the charge up ability on the Badoon ship. Drang now attacks me, and this is where I am not very good at defending. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so I'm just going to take this on the chin. If this activation is an attack, this attack gains overkill, piercing, and ranged. Well, it does, but thankfully it doesn't increase its damage. I take 2 damage from Drang, and now I have 2 encounter cards on me. First one being the Badoon Headhunter. Victory 2, 7 hit points, 1 scheme, 1 attack. Villainous. When he activates, give it a boost card. Wonderful. And Power Siphon. Peril. Okay, so if this is multiplayer, I'd have to decide this. I'd have to decide how to deal with this without help from other players, which I believe includes canceling cards. When revealed, I can exhaust the Milano, I can spend 2 energy resources, or I can discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. I don't think that's even an option. Yeah, solo, discarding cards is really bad in solo. I'm going to exhaust the Milano. And I've already got a mini-boss in front of me. That's fantastic. Hey, Rodar, thanks for joining me. Wow, Tabletop Simulator is getting so realistic. You've even programmed in hands and even more realistic looking cards. I know, hey? And look, when the hand moves, it doesn't go flying across the table. It's got really good resolution. Anyways, my turn. I've got a particle cannon, which does basically splash damage. Oh, no, it's 4 damage to an enemy. This attack gains overkill and ranged. All right. Splash damage is his rocket launcher. Booster Boots allows me to mitigate damage. Okay, that's really good. Rocket's Pistol. Just exhausted to deal 2 damage to an enemy. That sounds amazing because you don't have to do anything. Yeah, you don't have to exhaust your character. Groot, 6 hit points, 2 attacks, but takes 2 consequential damage when he attacks. After he defends against an attack, heal 2 damage from him. And then reload, which is ready each tech upgrade you control. That is amazing. Okay. Can I get rid of this Badoon Headhunter? I can do 3 damage with my hand cannon. Yes, I can. I can do this. We're going to ditch group because I'm not paying for them for my rocket's pistol, which enters play with 3 charge counters on it. I will then exhaust his pistol, remove a charge counter to deal 2 damage to an enemy. I will choose the Headhunter because of course I will. I will then pay for reload. Ooh, that particle cannon is amazing. With my booster boots. Yeah, I know. To ready this, yes, I could have done it after I played the hand cannon, but this requires me to exhaust my hero, so it doesn't really make a difference. Shoot him again for another 2 damage. And then finally, exhaust Rocket Raccoon, exhaust my hand cannon. That's +2, which does the remaining 3. Unfortunately, there is no overkill, so I can't use follow through. But the Headhunter is gone, and he is in the victory display. That particle cannon might stick around for a while. Okay, I'm flipping. Because I want a bigger hand. And this is going to get obscene, isn't it? That absolutely is. 8 threat. 8 threat. And this is pretty much forcing me to scheme now. Or to thwart. Okay, that's what we're just going to have to do, I think, because I really want the cards. Yeah, I'll keep the particle cannon. Okay, into the fray. Looking for trouble. Cyberkinetic Skeleton, +3 hit points, and +1 attack. Ooh, another follow through. There's my rocket launcher. Okay. So Drang now schemes. He schemes for 1 plus, oh, that's 3. We then have the charge up ability goes off twice. Once because he schemes, and once because of Terrestrial Invasion. Badoon Assassin. After he engages your hero, it attacks you with +2 attack. Well, I am not a hero. So guess what? It whiffs. 1 hit point. Oh, I love that. Rocket Raccoon loves that. Okay, let's see what we got here. We've got a rocket launcher. We've got a particle cannon. Cyberkinetic Skeleton. Okay, I don't think I'm playing the rocket launcher. It's awesome. It deals 2 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with the player. That I'm thinking is going to be less useful in solo. We'll see if that's a bad idea. Oh, I've got a bunch of restricted stuff here. I haven't even been paying attention to that. Restricted. I don't even remember what that means. I believe I can only carry 2 restricted items. Maybe it's 3. I honestly don't remember. That's okay. I'll just have to keep that in mind. Okay, tinkering. I discard the rocket launcher to draw 2 cards, which is some into the fray stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, we'll flip. Yeah. Yep, that's right. I think, well, I need to do some scheming for sure. What's interesting about this is that I thought I would be thwarting with rocket, but I may not even have to. Oh, I suppose I could have healed. No, I'm not going to heal that time. All right. Well, I don't want to do looking for trouble yet because I have into the fray. I have another. I don't need 2 into the frays. I can stack the follow-throughs, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing that I'm going to need to do. So I'm just going to play. Oh, you know what? I could exhaust the Milano. Well, I'll do that after. Into the fray. Hero action, it's an attack. Deal 6 damage to a minion for each point of excess damage dealt. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So the Badoon Assassin is dead. All threat has been removed from Terrestrial Invasion. Okie dokie. We could do the +1 attack. That sounds really good. I really want to keep that battery pack. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to generate myself a resource. Ditch the particle cannon. I know that hurts. For the cyberkinetic skeleton, which gets me +3 hit points and +1 attack. So I'm up to 10. I will then... I mean, I might as well use my... Actually, doesn't matter if I use my hand cannon or my pistol. So I'm sitting on a reload, which is great. So I'm going to deal 4 damage straight to Drang's face. He's down to 7. Oh, thank you, Rodar. Limit 2 restricted cards per player. That's why I love consistency between card games. You got my back. All right. I believe that's everything I can do. Follow through wouldn't have helped. Thruster boots I still haven't used yet, despite my raving about it earlier in the game. I'm going to keep battery pack. Chase them down. Salvage. I've got a plan. And another reload. Okay, salvage says after you spend this card, put a tech upgrade from your discard pile on top of your deck. Great. I've got a plan after you make a basic thwart. Ready rocket, he gets +1 thwart while in hero form until the end of the phase. That's amazing. That is amazing. I think I'm going to be using that. Okay. Drang is attacking. And there is no defending happening right now. 2 + 0. I'm lucking out on his attacks. I'm down to 8 hit points. This then charges up and fires. We take 2 indirect damage. And then the encounter card in front of me. Oh, I should have added 2 threat here. Cannonade. Hinder 3. So there's 4 total threat here. First player action, exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme. Okay, this has a new icon on it. This is a... Ooh, what's the real term? Amplify icon. Every card that gets revealed for its boost icons is considered to have +1 boost for a villain activation. So no, Scarlet Witch cannot cheese that. All right. Well, I've got this wonderful salvage and nowhere to take it, which is unfortunate. We've got the Milano that's able to do amazing things. I don't like the way this threat is shaping up because I was hoping to take some off the side scheme, the blitz. Okay, well, I have 3 thwart right now. I might as well... Yeah, I'm thwarting for 3, so I might as well exhaust the Milano for I've got a plan, because then I can thwart for 4. So I can just flat out thwart Cannonade. And ready, because I've got a plan. I'm going to have to waste a resource, because there's nothing else to do. Spend salvage for reload. Oh, no, not reload. Battery pack. After you spend this card, put a tech upgrade from your discard pile on top of your deck. Yeah. Okay, this is getting a little crowded. I'm going to move the skeleton off to the side. We don't need to see that. It's doing its thing. Okay, I have 2 charge counters here. I can exhaust the battery pack to move charge counters to something else. So I'm going to move this to the hand cannon. Do I just go nuts? Is that all I do? Do I just thwart this off? I mean, I don't see a real need to go guns blazing yet. I think I'm going to try to get rid of this scheme here while I have some breathing room. Yeah, that's it. I'm actually going to leave my pistol out because it's great for dealing with minions or for things like that headhunter that has a crap ton of hit points. Or, no, you know what? We're going to play this a bit. Nope, nope, never mind, never mind. I'm trying to balance between healing and not. Because I'm down to 6. I think I can take one more round in this, in hero form. Oh, so reload is actually not doing much. I'm just going to flat out ditch my whole hand. Because let's see what else we've got in the deck. We've got another, I've got a plan, another hand cannon, more booster boots, salvage, and a relentless assault. I like where this is going. Okay, 2 more threat to the scheme. We're 4 of 8. Gonna have to deal with that. Drang attacks me. Again, gotta take this on the chin. For 4. Yup. I'm not gonna be sticking around here very much longer. And now, charge up ability happens. And we've got a Badoon Warlord. His attacks gain overkill. 1 scheme, 3 attack. His boost effect is if this activation is an attack, it gets +2 boost icons. This is great. I love this set. Okay, I still got the Milano. Look at that. I didn't put a tech card on top of my deck. I was silly. All right, well, I can do it again this turn. Let us... Man, so much to do here. Okay, exhaust the Milano. I've got a plan. Which lets me thwart for 4, off the main, and ready. I will hand cannon. No, hand cannon's gonna... I'm gonna heal. That's what I'm gonna do. Again, this salvage is kind of ruining my day. It's not coming out at the right time. Let's battery pack onto my pistol. Wow, this has charge counters on it, so even this doesn't go away. This is pretty much a dead card now. I can throw that on my pistol. Yeah. That's too bad, because I really like these booster boots. They'd really be saving my butt. Did I do that in the wrong order? No, because I needed to spend 1 for that. Okay, we are just going to play this slowly. Spending a salvage for Relentless Assault, which lets me kill the Warlord. But I didn't pay using a strength resource, so it does not gain overkill. This time I will remember to trigger salvage. Attack, hey? I mean, I think this particle cannon's going on top, because I want a particle cannon. And I'm going to get my booster boots out. Okay, this battery pack's basically doing nothing, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to flip. I'm going to heal 3. Rodar says you use the spent battery pack to feed rockets alter ego ability for card draw. Did I play this wrong? I did. Okay, looks like I made a mistake earlier. I read this as choose and discard a tech upgrade in your hand. No, it's not. It's a tech upgrade you control to draw 2 cards. Well, that makes rockets so much more fun. Murder you does trigger. You're right. Murder you does trigger. Well, not that it matters, because, you know, I knew what it was. Okay. Wow. Thanks for having my back. Yeah, so not only am I learning a new deck on the fly, but I'm also doing this while streaming at the same time, and that's hard to do. So thanks for being here. Okay, 2. Oh, I suppose I should ready everybody up first and draw my hand. I already like this hand. Oh, we've got a healing event in my hand. Okay, we'll get there. First things first, Drang has to scheme on me. For a boost icon of 1, he adds 2 scheme, which means we also add 2 charges to the Badoon ship. And now our bad things happen. Assault surges. Rogue Vessel is an environment card. When the villain phase ends, deal 1 damage to each player. First player action, we can exhaust the Milano and spend 2 resources of any type to discard this card. That's a horrid card, but I love it. Oh, and it surges. Surges into a shadow of the past. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Vendetta is on the table. Luckily, it only has 2 threat. We've got this lovely little amplify icon. Blackjack O'Hare comes out. Blackjack has Quick Strike, which thankfully doesn't trigger. I get to shuffle these 3 cards into the deck. Okay, Blackjack O'Hare has 3 hit points, 1 scheme, 1 attack, Quick Strike, Villainous, and the best flavor text in the game. That's awesome. Criminal traded, hey? Still waiting for that criminal deck. Okay, my turn. Things got real. I'm going to take Rodar's advice and discard my battery pack for tinkering to draw 2 cards. Hand cannon and a pistol. I'm going to flip. So much I want to do here. Okay, I got to get rid of Rogue Vessel. I have to. So my energy goes to getting rid of Rogue Vessel. Let's see. I do want to thwart, and I do want to deal damage. I've got a lovely Relentless Assault. I've got a lovely Schadenfreude. Again, that particle cannon is so bloody expensive. Oh yeah, this is exhausted. The healing has to come before the particle cannon, I'm afraid. Yeah. So, we're going to Schadenfreude. Every time I damage an enemy, any amount of damage to an enemy, I heal 2 damage until the end of the turn. How is that? Let's do this smartly. We're going to spend looking for trouble and booster boots on a relentless assault, which deals 5 damage to a minion. It's actually 6 to kill Blackjack O'Hare, which does a few things. It deals 3 overkill damage to Drang. It heals me for 2. Does that heal me for 4? Because I dealt damage to 2 enemies. I think that heals me for 4. That seems a little odd. But there you go. I mean, I could just, use my pistol now to shoot him for 2 and heal up for 2. I didn't draw my card for Murdered You. And then I don't even have to do any more combat. I mean, I could, but I need to get rid of Vendetta because I don't like those crazy boosts. That was a little bit insane. Okay. All right. So interesting, the hand cannon requires you to exhaust your hero, and the particle cannon doesn't. So that's what makes it awesome. Things are getting real now. I've just emptied my deck. Oh, I've got a second battery pack. That's insane. That's insane damage. I went from 5 to 11 hit points without recovering. And yes, there is only 1 copy in his deck. I do think he needs it. I think it plays right. So you really have to set up his arsenal before you do that. Though I may be taking a fair bit of damage this turn, but with the charge up ability in that. That ship's gonna fire again. All right. Another looking for trouble. Another pistol. You know, that looking for trouble might really come in handy. First things first, we are up to 6. Oh my goodness. The Badoon ship fires. I am down 2 hit points. Drang attacks. Resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Yes, that's totally fine with me. So he hits for 2. I'm going to take 1 damage, discard the top card of my deck as per Booster Boots, which requires me to exhaust this. Discarding, hey, Booster Boots, to drop the damage by 1. I then have a second encounter card engage with me, or on me. First one is Drang's Spear. He gains Stalwart. Cannot be stunned or confused. Ooh, but +1 attack. Yikes. And I have to spend 3 resources to discard that card? Yeah, that's not happening. And a blockade. No. Hinder 2. That was poor timing. Crisis icon. Well, that changes a lot because I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I don't believe I can look for trouble and thwart off the main, can I? I have to think about this. I might just have to go for broke at this point. there is no way I can scheme. I can thwart this. Okay. Rocket's pistol. Shoot him for 2. Heck, let's just see what happens. We are now on Drang version 2. He has gained a scheme and an attack, so he's hitting me for 4 now? When revealed, if Drang's spear is in play, give Drang 1 face-down boost card. Otherwise, you give him the spear. Okay. Same thing, after he schemes, you charge up the ship. And he has 14 hit points. Okay. I am not... This scheme is going to advance, because it has to. Time to go for broke. Time to go for broke! What have you been waiting for, everybody's been saying, right? One, 2, 3... Gets me a particle cannon. I'm only allowed 2 restricted attachments. I believe this one just gets discarded. And I'm basing that entirely on other games that FFG has created. I can also put a battery pack into play just for serious awesomeness. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Battery pack gains 2, but I'm going to exhaust it right away. Put a charge on my particle cannon. Okay, we are going to, first of all, just exhaust this to deal 4 damage straight to Drang. One, 2, 3, 4 with my hand cannon. Just going for broke. Everybody ready's up. There's another shot for it. Groot, I've got a plan. Now it shows up. A little late, though, because we scheme out. Okay, protect the planet. When revealed, reserve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Protect the planet. Again, an 8 threat threshold. Begins with 4 per player. Goes up by 2. Yeah, they really put the pressure on. And I'm happy with that design. It starts with a lot of threats, so the Justice players have something to do right away. And it really puts the pressure on. First player action. You can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from the scheme, or deal 3 damage to a minion. Just a second here. That's neat. Can deal damage to a minion? I like how that's working. Okay, Drang attacks me for 4. Yup, for 4. And 2 boost cards. I mean, I'm just going to take it, because what else am I going to do? 5. I seriously lucked out there. 1 boost icon. So you can hit me for 4, because I'm exhausting my booster boots to discard a card. And then I get a counter card. Planetary Invasion. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the counter deck until you discard a minion. Reveal that minion and give it a tough status card. This is from his Nemesis set. And he's got 2 of those in there. Where's my tough cards? There they are. Badoon Engineer. After he engages you or activates against you, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Does this go off? I don't know if I remembered to use charge up. I don't think I did. I mean, we'll just activate it because I think it's been 4 charges now. Well, look at that. Look at that. He's tough. I've got a relentless assault. I've got a hand cannon. Yeah, I like where this is going. Well, just for funsies then, let's Schadenfreude. Will this actually kill him? That'll do 1, 2. No, I have to relentless assault. Yeah, I'm just going to Schadenfreude. I don't have to kill this guy because he's not guarding. I am just going to exhaust my particle cannon to deal 4 damage to an enemy, thus healing 2 damage. And Rocket Raccoon is just going to punch. He's just going to punch him for 2. And that's game. Well, that was fun. There's a lot of stuff here. I have to really dig down into Rocket Raccoon because he's got a lot of potential that I did not unleash. I could have been cycling out a lot more of my techs to do lots of fun card draw. The Murdered You, I only triggered once, and I'm pretty sure I could have triggered it a couple more times. Totally forgot about that. Hey, that's just playing a character for the first time. The scenario is great. It feels different than all the other ones I've played so far. I like what it does. I like the pacing. I like the enemies. They're swarmy, and they do bad things when they engage you, which is great because we've always talked about how a lot of enemies don't get to do their thing because they die too fast, especially in 4-player. But these guys all do their thing. I mean, this one charges up the ship. We had the guy with Quick Strike. It's good. It's really good. And if you're curious, oh, I might as well reveal what would have happened if I was playing campaign mode all the way through. I get a number of units that I could spend on player cards. And having 1, I get 1 unit, 1 for each player. Record a number of units for each player to a maximum of 3 equal to the victory value. So we've got a victory 2 because I killed the headhunter. If there's no minions in play, I get an additional 1. Oh, but there's a minion. And if I managed to win the game while still on stage 1B, Terrestrial Invasion, I would get another unit. And if the headhunter's in the victory display, he doesn't come back. I believe it tracks and he follows you throughout the campaign until you get rid of him. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly had fun. And I need to go back to the drawing board and have a look at what these guys can do. Maybe I'll come back with Groot. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good day, everybody.